I'm Dr. S. Geeta, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. I'm going to discuss about electronic configuration of an atom. So in this presentation, I'm going to discuss about electronic configuration of an atom and the rules in writing electron configuration, the full and abbreviated electron configuration of the elements from the periodic table, and the orbital diagram for each atom based on their electron configuration. Bohr's model of the atom. In Bohr's model, each orbit was given a number called the quantum number. Bohr's orbits are like steps of a ladder, each at a specific distance from the nucleus and each at a specific energy. Now I am going to discuss about electronic configuration of an atom. The arrangement of electrons in the orbital of an atom is called electronic configuration. It is described by a number that designates the number of principal shell and a letter that designates the subshell, that is called orbital. A subscript that designates the number of electrons in that particular subshell. For example, 2p4 indicates 4 electrons in the p subshell of the second shell. Likewise, 3d8 indicates 8 electrons in the d subshell of the third shell. There are 3 rules for writing the electronic configuration. First one is the Aufbau principle. Second one is the Pauli exclusion principle. Third one is the Hund's rule. You have to fill the orbit using the orbital filling diagram. So start with the 1s orbital. Follow the yellow arrow mark and fill each orbital completely and then go to the next one until all the elements have been accounted for. Aufbau principle. Aufbau means building up. It states that electrons in an atom occupy first the lowest possible energy levels and orbitals. The order of energy levels from lower to higher is shown here. The next rule is the Pauli exclusion principle. It states that no 2 electrons in the same atom can have the same set of 4 quantum numbers. That is, the maximum number of electrons in an orbital is limited to 2. And the spins have to be paired. We usually represent this with an up arrow and a down arrow. Since there is only 1s orbital per energy level, only 2 electrons fill that orbital. In Pauli's exclusion principle, for 1s orbital, maximum number of electrons is 2. 1 electron, principal quantum number n equal to 1, azimuthal quantum number 0, magnetic quantum number 0, and spin quantum number is plus half. And for another electron, the spin quantum number is minus half. Hund's rule. It states that when you get to degenerate orbitals, you fill them all halfway first and then you start pairing up the electrons. Degenerate orbitals means they have the same energy. So the 3p orbitals on each level are degenerate because they all have the same energy. Similarly, the d and f orbitals are degenerate too. If you take an example, that is orbital diagram for carbon, atomic number of carbon is 6. So you have to accommodate 6 electrons in the orbitals. 2 electrons in the 1s orbital and 2 electrons in the 2s orbital and 2 electrons in the 2p orbital. So total 6 electrons are accommodated. Likewise, if you take nitrogen, atomic number of nitrogen is 7. So 2 electrons in 1s orbital, 2 electrons in 2s orbital, and 3 electrons in 2p orbital. And the next, oxygen. Oxygen atomic number 8. So 2 electron in 1s orbital and 2 electron in 2s orbital and 4 electrons in 2p orbital. Don't pair up the 2p electrons until all 3 orbitals are half full. Exception to the rule. There are two main exceptions to electron configuration, chromium and copper. In these cases, a completely full or half full d subshell is more stable than a partially filled d subshell. So, an electron from the 4s orbital is excited and rises to a 3d orbital. Arrangement of electrons in the atoms of the first 10 elements. If you take first element hydrogen, number of electron is 1. So electronic configuration is 1s1. And if you take helium, number of electron is 2. So electronic configuration is 1s2. Lithium, number of electron is 3. So 1s2, 2s1. And if you take neon, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Determining electronic configuration. Problem number 1. Using the periodic table, give the full and condensed electron configurations, partial orbital diagrams showing valence electrons, and number of inner electrons for the following elements. So, for example, if you take potassium, atomic number of potassium Z is equal to 19. So, using the atomic number for the number of electrons and the periodic table for the order of filling for electron orbitals. Condensed configurations consist of the preceding noble gas and outer electrons. So if you take potassium, atomic number equal to 19, full configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. So 19 electrons are accommodated. And if you take condensed configuration, so nearest noble gas is argon. So argon in the bracket and you have to write 4s1. Next is partial orbital diagram. So in the s orbital, that is 4s orbital, only one electrons called valence electrons. And there are 80 inner electrons. Next example is molybdenum. Atomic number is 42. So full configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6, 5s1, 4d5. So 42 electrons are accommodated. Condensed configuration. So nearest noble gas is krypton. So krypton in the bracket and 5s1, 4d5. And then partial orbital diagram is shown. Therefore, there are 36 inner electrons and 6 valence electrons. Next example is lead. Atomic number of lead is 82. So full configuration is shown here. And then condensed configuration. Here the nearest noble gas is xenon. So xenon in the bracket and 6s2, 4f14, 5d10, 6p2. So partial orbital diagram is shown here. There are 78 inner electrons and 4 valence electrons in lead. Thank you.